Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Lucky Life podcast, where we create our own luck and design the life of our dreams. I'm your host, Melissa Merk. Let's dive right into the episode. Happy New Year's, everybody. This episode is going to be going live on New Year's Day, so it is officially 2024. For you guys, anyways. I do record these episodes a few weeks in advance, so for me, it is December 18th, which means today is podcast release day. I posted the very first welcome episode this morning, and I wish I could say I was excited and feeling proud, but I definitely was not. I had pre-scheduled the episode, so it went live at 9. I knew I was going to have to do some self-promo, because who's going to find a random podcast episode out of all the podcasts without being told about it? And when I tell you, not a single cell in my body wanted to promote this podcast. The thought of posting about it on my Instagram made me cringe. And I don't even know why. I think I was a little worried, what are people going to think? Is anyone even going to care? And also, just visualizing certain people that I know in real life listen to me talk by myself in my bedroom. It gives me the ick. It's so strange though, because I have been posting pretty much my entire life online for 15 years. So why is a podcast all of a sudden giving me this imposter syndrome all over again? But yeah, I definitely was feeling a mix of emotions this morning, just feeling nervous about the feedback. I also posted a weekly vlog on my YouTube. I posted the video and the audio of the podcast. I posted an Instagram post and a story promoting the podcast, and so there was just so much content that went live at the same time, and it was just kind of overwhelming thinking about all the potential feedback. It's crazy because generally the feedback is positive. I love the community that I've built over the years. I think that most of my viewers are really nice people, and I really don't get that much hate on my content, which is nice. I also have pretty thick skin, so negative comments don't generally get to me. I think I've also just been online for so long that I've probably gotten a little numb to it or used to it, but every once in a while, a negative comment will come out of the blue, and if it hits a pain point, it really overrides all the positive comments. And I have not even gotten any negative feedback about the podcast, so I don't know why I'm so worried about it, but yeah, clearly that's something I need to work through. But I wanted to share that story because I think a lot of us deal with imposter syndrome, and this can show up in all areas of life. It can show up with relationships, work, putting yourself online, just personal. Truly, nobody is paying as much attention to you as you are to yourself. And obviously, I'm speaking from a social media perspective and posting yourself online, but this, again, can show up in different areas in life. And I really do think it goes back to the fear of being seen or the fear of being perceived. It's virtually impossible to make everyone like you. And it's so interesting when you think about how you are essentially a completely different character in every single person's life. There's no two people that would have the exact same thoughts or view or opinion of you, which is so interesting. I wish I could see myself from other people's point of view sometimes. I think it's so important to show up as our authentic selves in every aspect of life. And when you show up as your true self, you will attract the people that are meant to be in your life, and the people who respect you, love you, will support you. And the fear of being seen really holds you back from living your best life, having the right people in your life. So basically, we all just need to stop caring what anyone thinks. You just got to fake the confidence sometimes. I feel like this is similar to being delusional and delulu. My little sister posted on her story something about being delulu or delusional, and my mom called me, and she was really concerned about what my sister had posted. She was basically saying how it's not a good thing to be delusional, and I can't remember what else she said. But anyways, I do think that the original word definitely has a negative connotation, but the more modern day or recent interpretation of delulu has a positive spin. Delulu is the salulu sometimes. All right, this is kind of off topic, but you know what I think is really weird? Thumbs down on YouTube videos. I don't know if there's any other platform where you dislike content. They did recently remove it where you can't see the dislikes, but the creator, the person who posted the content, can still see the thumbs down. Unless the content is mean-spirited or it is truly awful, what is the point in giving a thumbs down? I can understand constructive criticism in the comments, but a dislike doesn't tell the creator anything about why they disliked it. Anyways, I've just always thought that was super weird, and I kind of have a funny story on this. So Several years ago, I think I had recently gotten out of a relationship at this time. Every time I would post a YouTube video, I would immediately get 2 to 3 dislikes. At first, I didn't really notice it. And then after a while, I noticed it was a trend and it was happening every time I posted. There was no way this person actually disliked it because they didn't have time to even watch the video to know if they liked it or not. And I'm pretty sure it was my ex signing into multiple accounts that he had and disliking my video. If it wasn't him, it was another hater, but I'm pretty sure it was him. Let's talk about 2024 for a second. I am so excited for a new year. I love a fresh start. I love any reason to have a little rebrand or a refresh. I'm definitely not one of those people that uses January 1st as the day to start new goals. For some reason, I get really motivated in November, and often I will set goals in November, but I just think today is always the best day to get started on goals. But I am wishing you all the best year that you've ever had so far. I hope that every year gets better and better. I am believing that 2024 is going to be the best year yet for me. I'm going to manifest it for me. I'm going to manifest it for all my viewers. And I'm excited. I have my Moonology Oracle card deck here. This is my favorite deck. And I thought I would pull a card. This card fell out immediately, and this is what I pulled last time. And it is the New Moon card, and it says a new start is coming, which is very fitting for New Year's. And I'm just going to read a little bit what this card says. If you've been feeling stagnant, this card reminds you that life goes in cycles, and you're moving into a new cycle now. This is the time to wipe the slate clean. A new start is on the way. Forget about the past. You will soon start to feel more hopeful about getting what you want, and your belief that your dreams can manifest is working well. I claim that for me. I claim that for you guys. There's more to that card than just that, but I kind of picked out what stood out to me. And I think my favorite reminders are that life goes in cycles, forget about the past, and a new start is on the way. I talked about this a bit in the last episode, but I feel like 2023 for me was a bit slower and felt more like a preparation year versus a year of me getting things accomplished. I don't know what the future holds, so maybe 2024 is a continuation of this year. I am hoping that there's more action and that I can hit more of my goals, but I think it's important to remind ourselves that life does go through phases and cycles, and we're not always going to be in a busy, productive, successful time. We all go through peaks and valleys. You got to appreciate the slow times. They serve a purpose as well. And when I reflect on this past year, even though it was quite slow, I think I had a lot more time for self-reflection and just getting to know myself better and getting clarity on what I want in the future. So definitely take advantage of the slow times in your life. I'm definitely an introvert, so maybe that is easier for me than extroverts out there. If you are going through a slower period in life, or maybe just a lower valley moment, just remember that there's always a new start around the corner. Sometimes it takes a little longer to get there than you'd like. You never really know when life is going to hit a shift moment. I feel like I've been waiting for a breakthrough moment for a while, and every year I say it's going to be my year. And the years haven't been bad, but I don't know, I definitely have felt stagnant over the past couple of years. And I think a lot of people have probably felt that just with everything that's gone on in the world. Life has just been kind of weird, and you really just have to learn how to navigate new terrains and work with what you got and make the best out of the hand that you're dealt in life. Yeah, what was the other thing? And forget about the past. Sometimes it's nice to think back to fond memories or lessons, but I know one thing for me is sometimes I look back at my life when I was doing more, or I felt like I was more successful, maybe just like in a better place. But sometimes I wish I could go back to that version of me. But then I really think about it, and I would never want to be that old version of me. You always want to be moving towards a new version instead of regressing back to an old version of you, even if you think parts of that were better. I mean, maybe there's a few exceptions, but I think in general, we all improve with time. We become wiser. What else do we become? Wiser. I don't know. You could just go through more life experiences, and I would never actually want to go back to an old version of me, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And I don't think anyone should. Even if it looked better back in the day, there's always a better, brighter version of you that you can achieve around the corner. I think I'm going to wrap up this episode. I'm literally still sitting in my gym clothes, and I really need to wash my hair, have a shower, cook dinner. I'm probably going to start editing this episode and not eat until like 10 p.m. I think I probably clocked like 20 hours of editing over the weekend, and I just said in the last episode that I want to achieve a better work-life balance and I want to take weekends off, and I completely did not do that this weekend. We're going to push that goal into next year. I think I'm going to do a Q&A episode soon, so if you guys want to jump in on that, make sure you're following my Instagram because I'm going to do a question box in my stories, and I will pull the questions from there. It's just at Melissa Merk in case you can't find the link. But yeah, thanks again for hanging out and listening to me speak. I'll be back with a new episode next week. And until then, Happy New Year. Bye.